Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Now you may be wondering, why am I holding a Yoda Funko Pop, specifically a bobblehead one? But there is actually a reason for this. I love Mandalorian, the Mandalorian. It is honestly one of the best shows that I have seen recently. It's not gonna be matching a lot of the manga or anime that I watch, but it's still really high up there. So I thought I would talk about it, but specifically Baby Yoda. Why is there suddenly a Baby Yoda? Now, some people have actually talked a little bit about this, and I'm not 100% on top of the whole dates and stuff like that. However, there is actually something to be said about um, Baby Yoda and the fact that Baby Yoda is 50 years old. Now, apparently, if you were to actually make a good guess, Baby Yoda was born around the time um, that Anakin was born, about the same time, which is an odd thing to actually be thinking about. Why is Yoda the same age as Anakin? But I actually think that there might be a little bit more to it. For those of you who don't know, the Yoda species is extremely rare. Like, so rare that I'm pretty sure there is one in the entire Star Wars: The Old Republic, which, holy crap, there is a lot that they go into in there. They talk about Green Jedi, they talk about literally every single type of... they talk about Grey Jedi, they talk about the Sith, the literally every single branch there is of Force wielders. They talk at least a little bit about them. They actually develop towards what is going to eventually be the rule of two. And if we're going to bring in the Clone Wars and that series, again, they don't have any other Yodas except for Yoda and Yaddle. And Yaddle is only seen in Star Wars 1, The Phantom Menace. That's it. No more. There's just Yoda for the rest of it. So why exactly are there so few of these? Well, I have a theory. I actually have a few theories, and I want to talk about both of them. First of all, the theory that was actually presented by the Carlin brothers. They suggested that that the Baby Yoda is basically the opposite of Darth Vader, uh, because of the fact that Darth Plagueis the Wise, messed with the Force, creating life. That could have also while it created Darth Vader, it also created Baby Yoda, which is possible, but it's also an odd thing to suggest. While it is around the same time, it could be, it is possible, but I don't think that that's necessarily going to be what it was. Rather, I believe that this Baby Yoda is simply just a member of Yoda's species that just so happened to be born 50 years ago from the Mandalorian. And honestly, they say things that it's the exact date, but it could just not be. The simple fact of the matter is that there's a lot of reasons why the Yoda species could be rare. And one possibility is that they aren't actually from this galaxy. The simple fact of the matter is that in Star Wars, very rarely will they ever go outside of the galaxy. They can travel around the galaxy, but they never leave it. There's the outer rim, and that's as far as people will go. No one wants to go any further than that. So, what could possibly be the fact is that Yoda's species is just from another galaxy, who, due to their connection with the Force, have been able to manage to go even farther. Usually, at a young age, they have a pilgrimage to another galaxy. While they are born in one galaxy, if they are really strong with the Force, they will actually, at a very young age, be sent on a pilgrimage. Kind of like how Mormons and several other Christian sects will actually send their recently graduated members of their sects into um, mission fields. It's kind of like that. Basically, these young Yodelings will go off to another area of the world or another galaxy and will show them the ways of the Force. If they're not super strong with the Force, then they will remain in their galaxy and become parents to eventually continue this. Maybe some really strong Force users will stay, but a large amount of them will be sent off to go to other galaxies. While we've seen a few, like I believe 6, in all of Star Wars lore, only 6 have ever gone to this galaxy. It's possible that in other galaxies there's more that have just shown up. Now, giving them a long lifespan would mean that they would be able to make their way to another galaxy. Light speed does allow you to cross the galaxy within a few days, but it does take a few days. And since the distance between galaxies is much greater, most likely these babies have to travel for many years, maybe upwards of maybe around 40 years, which is why we never see that many. But they might also be able to connect with the Force to be able to go further. That's just a possibility. But there is another possibility, and that is that there were actually 3 Yodas somewhere in the galaxy at the time of Star Wars. And what it actually is that at some point, whenever a Yoda dies, a new one pops into existence. It's because they are extremely close to the Force, and every single one of them is extremely wise. Well, yes, the main reason for this is because of the fact that they are extremely old, they also age differently. Baby Yoda, while he's already quite smart and very strong with the Force, he's also able to. He is still wise. He's wiser than he should be as a baby. He understands speech. While he doesn't speak, he does understand it, and he understands what's going on. You can actually see that he realizes that the Mandalorian and that other girl might be eventually ending up getting into a relationship. I mean, yes, it's kind of weird, but it is still there. A little bit of that is somewhere in there. Which might mean that as they are connected so well to the Force, when they die, they have the choice to do one of 2 things. Either they can reincarnate, creating for themselves a new body as a baby Yoda, or they can become a Force ghost. And it's only those that are extremely strong with the Force that are actually able to become a Force ghost. It's actually been confirmed before that only those with a strong connection to the Force can become Force ghosts anyways. before, obviously, some things happened with Clone Wars, but that's beside the point. Meaning that, at the moment, Yoda could have, yes, Yoda became a Force ghost, but the others may very well just have reincarnated as a new baby Yoda, which honestly sounds way cuter than it should. But then they continue to gain knowledge. Perhaps they would understand the stuff that they've learned from the past, but it's a much smaller amount. They don't necessarily remember every single detail from before they reincarnated, but they do remember some aspects. They understand the basics, like understanding what love is. They understand what science is. They can understand, they can feel the Force. It's definitely a possibility, and it's one that I think deserves some recognition. So, perhaps that is what is going to happen. Maybe eventually we will find out that this is what Baby Yodas do. One of these two options actually seems the more likely, rather than the whole Darth Plagueis creating multiple babies throughout the world. Yes, it's definitely possible, but from what it's said with Anakin, he does require a woman to carry the child. That he basically uses the Force to create a child for a woman. He doesn't just like snap his fingers and boop, there's a baby. He doesn't do that. So, while it is possible, it makes more sense, at least to me, for it to be either Yoda's just live really far away in another galaxy and then make a pilgrimage here, make a pilgrimage to that galaxy, or they connect to the Force and are reincarnated, kind of the same. Boop, here they are. It could also be just a combination of the things. But I don't know. We'll have to see exactly what they decide to do with this series. They may not even explain it, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Mandalorian has to offer. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys thought of this theory down in the comments below. If you have your own theories about anything that I talk about on this channel, then make sure to comment them down in the comments below. Make sure to use the hashtag theory review. And of course, if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and of course ring that notification bell. And if you want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out my merch store, as well as my book. We currently have Santa Ninja merch available, and that will be gone at the end of December. But anyways, guys, I've been Electric Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!